guys, it's time for an adventure on how to become a god. No, not really, I'm just kidding, but I am going to teach you how to make some god armor. Credit goes to Method on the xboxachievements.com forums. It's a tedious process, it's a long process. It's going to be a series of probably 5 or 6 different videos while I walk you guys through this process. So, we're going to get started. And just bear with me as I do this because I'm going to be reading his walkthrough as I show you how it's done. Now, your first step is you're going to want to get through the escape from Helgen, and once you get outside, just before on your way to River Run, that's where, or Riverwood, sorry, Riverwood. That's where we're going to begin. That's where the whole process is about to begin. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just some standing stones over here. We're going to head over there. We're going to activate the Thief Stone. Alright, Thief Stone has been activated. Now we're going to head into Riverwood. We're going to get the process going to where we get the quest to go to Whiterun, and then I will show you guys how to make your gold. It's going to be a lot of running, a lot of grinding between the stores, a lot of ingredients, items that we are going to need. It's just a very, like I said, tedious and long process. So bear with me through this process, and eventually we're going to look good. And the end result's definitely well worth it. It's god armor. I mean, you're invincible. We don't have to make the god armor, but I'm just going to show you how it's done. And you don't want to keep it, you don't have to. But it will also show you how to make the best armor in the game before we even begin the god armor. Now, you guys, I'm playing as a class that you haven't seen before. It's a mod from Next Mods. It calls me a rodent, like a giant creature. It's pretty sweet. They automatically start off with 250 health and 150 stamina. Alright, so we're in Riverwood. We're going to advance the quest enough so that we begin the process of going to Whiterun. Alright, now, first part of the process you're going to need is we need gold. And the gold is going to be made chopping wood. We're going to need to be chopping wood until we have about 3,000 gold. What we're going to do is we're going to head right over here. Find our wood pile. There we go. Now you're going to chop wood until you have about 3,000 gold. I like to go for about 4,000. Or you have one other option, which I referred to in my first video, how to duplicate the gold. Take some time. Duplication glitch is actually really easy if you go over and look at my first video. For the most part, I'm going to show you how we do this. Take you about 100 of these wood cutting sequences to get to the 3,000 gold. Alright, so basically after you chop the wood, you go over here. Oh, where is he? We gotta find Hod. He's up here in the lumber mill. It gives you 5 gold per piece. And Hod is not here. Alright, we will wait. Hod is apparently missing. Oh, look, we found Hod. Let's just see, he gave me 60 gold for 12 pieces. You're also going to want to go into the Riverwood Trader, sell all your items, and just keep cutting your firewood until you have about 3,000. And I'll rejoin you guys here shortly with the next part of the video. Alright, so now that we have all our gold, we're going to want to head into Whiterun. We're going to want to be very careful, follow the path as much as you can. You have no weapons, you should have nothing in your inventory. So we have a little bit of a journey ahead of us for a moment. As I said before, we're using the mod from Nexus to play the Rodin class. That's what the female looks like. 250 health to start and 150 stam. Try not to leave the path as much as you can as we head into Whiterun. Well, once we're there, we won't be leaving for a while. We'll be pretty much stuck in Whiterun until our armor is complete. Right now, the most important thing is to make it to Whiterun alive. Alright, and now we enter Whiterun and our process begins. Alright, I'm going to pause the video here, take a short break as the next part is the longest process. So we'll be back in a moment. Alright, now from where we were, we're in Whiterun, got our gold. The next part, I'm going to answer a couple questions real quick for everybody. This can be done on 360 as well as PS3. I, of course, am doing this on PC. Um, it's a very long process. You're best to do it starting with a brand new character just after you leave Helgen from the first initial Helgen attack with the dragon. Now, we're going to head over to Arcadia's Cauldron, where a lot of this is going to take place. Alright, still early enough, so let's head inside. Now, there's a list of ingredients you're going to want to be able to buy. A lot of what you're going to buy, I'll post in the description when I post a video to YouTube. And I'm going to start with what she has for sale. Now, if you can remember everything I buy in the video, great. If not, you'll have to check out the description for the list of ingredients. But we're going to start. A lot of ingredients will not be available until after you've invested in her shop, which we'll get to in time. Do not spend your perks unless I say so. They're going to benefit you a lot in this. So just hang on to them until I tell you to spend them. Now, your next process is going to be resetting the shop. It takes 48 hours total for the shop stock to reset. So we have to wait 24 hours and we have to do it twice. This is where it takes a little bit of time. Again, reset the stock. We have to do this probably 3 or 4 times before we start our actual potion making process. Now, anytime there's danger hearts in the ingredient list, buy them. Hold on to them. Going to be needed later in the armor making process. Again, we'll reset the shop stock one more time, buy what she has, and then move along. Alright, now we'll start with our potion process. The higher the value, the more levels you gain, the more gold you'll make. We'll start with what we have. Yes. As I said, super potion, value is 389. If we could make a second one, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, we can't. Now we're going to stick to some of the main ones here. 2 ingredients work for this. So just grab Deathbell, and some salt piles. Craft every one you can make. As I said before, do not spend your perks until I say. We're just going to up some of these things here while we continue on with the process. Each potion you make, you bring over and sell to her. Eventually, you're going to get high enough in value where she's not going to buy anymore, and I'll explain to that when that happens. And now we're going to have to restock her shop yet again. We'll do this a couple more times and refill our ingredients. Unfortunately, this is our longest process, the waiting and restocking, waiting and restocking. It's why it's a long process, tedious, a lot of grinding back and forth between a couple of the shops. But in the end result is well worth everything you're going to put into it, and that's why it's going to be a series of 5 different videos. Patience is a must to create god armor. Always remember patience. Alright, I'll make some more potions again. And again, restock, and all that good stuff. Lots of restocking, lots of restocking, lots of ingredients. Now, as I said earlier about the skill points, while you're doing your alchemy, you're going to want to put points into the first 4. You'll want your 5 points in the alchemist, and then you're going to want 1 in physician and 1 in your benefactor. So as soon as you can start putting points into those ones, go ahead. We will restock her yet again. Now, the first time I did this, it took me about 9 to 12 hours to fully make the God Armor. Now, this process is going to continue till you have about 2,500 or 5,500 gold, and then we'll start doing some other things. It's a long drawn out, but it's well worth it. Well worth everything you're going to do. And again, reset shop stock. Now, while we're waiting on the shops to reset, there is a little trick if you're on the Xbox 360 that you can do. After you hit the speed up, you can do to set it up. You hit your wait button, set it up for 24 hours. Now, as soon as you press A for it to start waiting, immediately hit your guide button and let the guide screen stay up until you see the background clear and the compass on top show up again. Makes your waiting 3 times faster. It's just a little trick. You hit your back button, set up your to 24 hours, and press A, and then immediately hit your guide button, and it'll speed you up a lot faster. I unfortunately cannot do that being on PC, but it does make the waiting process 3 times faster. Alright, so I'm going to get us to the point where we have 5,500 gold and we're making potions to the quality where she can no longer afford, and then I'll show you what to do from there. Alright, now that we have, I don't even know what the hell my gold amount is. Alright, now that we have over 9,000 gold, we're going to start buying every single item in her shop. And just start making random potions and leveling. Now, while you're doing all this, make sure, absolutely make sure to get training from Arcadia up to level 75. This way, it allows faster leveling. A lot of people may not think so, but I have found it as being much, much faster. This process we're going to be doing up till we get everything to level 100. I also want to make sure I note in here that while you're doing her training, do not leave her shop for any reason, because the gold that she gets from you paying for training will add to how much she can spend on buying the potions back. So do not leave the shop after doing the training. Just wait inside and she'll always hold on to that gold. The minute you go outside, that gold goes away. You basically get the gold back with the amount of potions that you're going to be paying her anyway. So it kind of works out in the end. And now it doesn't matter what potions you create, just create lots and lots of potions. Preferably, the high-powered ones are actually a little better. Like this one I'm about to create. Alright, so now we've officially reached a point where she can no longer buy all of our potions. So what we do is we go outside. We go over to Bellathor. And we are going to go to his miscellaneous section. We need to buy any common or petty or lesser soul gem that he has filled, which at this point he does not have any, and all his lockpicks. That's about all he has. So we will sell him our remaining potions, and he can't even buy our last one. While you're in Bellathor's, make sure to buy any item that'll add an increase to your alchemy. If he has anything in there anyway, buy the items that'll give you an increase to alchemy. So now he doesn't have any, but any that he may have for an alchemy boost, make sure every time you're in here you check for that. So now we'll go back to Arcadia and reset the shops. You'll continue this process until they can no longer buy all of your potions in one 48-hour period. And when that happens, we'll move on to the next step. So I shall return and once I'm up to that point. Alright, now at this point, your alchemy should be level 75, and you'll find the high level recipe list in the description. You're going to start making the high level recipes. If you saved all the ingredients for these big ones, basically you're going to skyrocket your alchemy level up to 100. Let's see, I'll do this one here. And then grab one of the other ones. Hang moss. And back. Level alchemy is now level 100. To make your selling of your potions go better, you can add a perk here, a perk here, perk here, and a perk here as you get your speech up to level 70. Add those perks in, you'll get more money once you invest in the shop. And while you're running around now trying to sell all your potions, make sure that you pick up iron ingots. Gonna need lots of them. She no longer has enough gold to buy my potions. He doesn't even have enough. But at this point now, just pick up your iron ingots and check out the next part of the video for the next step. Next video will be step 3, leveling, smithing, and enchanting.